All right, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh. This is my son, Ban Yashahala, coming out of the GMS Lions Den camp. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and salutation to the Akim out there around the four corners of the earth preaching this truth in sincerity, and the few Akwavim that also follow after their husbands, and also believing in the name of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh, and the children that do also. Today I wanted to do a quick lesson on basically Sirach chapter 2. You know what I'm saying? Because it's heavy, man. You know, because it lets you know, man, those that worship Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, they will go through temptation, man. They will suffer things. You know what I'm saying? They'll have these devils and demons out here trying to get them. And the spiritual demon Satan will be tempting them also, man, just like Job, man. You know what I'm saying? Just like Satan had to go to permission to Yahweh to be able to tempt Job, he do the same thing to his servants today. Lord will, I'm part of that number, to his 144,000 men that's out there, that's preaching this word in sincerity and truth, man. He do, you know, Satan, the spiritual demon Satan does the same thing. You know what I'm saying? The devil is a roaring lion, seeking who he may devour. Just roughly paraphrasing. So with that being said, man, let me go ahead with this lesson. This is the book of Sirach, Ecclesiasticus, chapter 2, verse 1. My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. Con. So if you come to serve the Lord in spirit and in truth, if you come to serve Yahweh, which is the Father name, in the Paleo Hebrew, who the world Italy calls God, Jehovah, and Allah. And when you come to serve his son, because you do have to call on his son and reverence him, because he came to the mediator in the New Testament to die for the blood of the repentance for the children of Israel to come back to the sheepfold. You know what I'm saying? Yahweh Shah Hamashiach, who the world Italy calls Jesus Christ, and Yeshua. You know what I'm saying? If you come to serve them, prepare thy soul for temptation, man. Because you're going to go through things, man. Things are going to happen to you, man. You know what I'm saying? To test your faith. You know what I'm saying? We all have to be tested. He had to test us as gold tried in the fire, man. And that's how he look at us. We his peculiar treasure, man. His precious treasure. That's finer than gold. Finer than rubies. You know what I'm saying? And you have to try it. And you have to try your gold by putting it in the fire. And that's what he's doing, man, through these adversities and temptations that we go through daily as being men of the Lord, man. All right, verse 2. Set thy heart aright and constantly endure, and make not haste in the time of trouble. So, you know what I'm saying? Set your heart aright, man. Set your la'ah, which is your mind, man. That's the Hebrew word for your mind. So, you know what I'm saying? You got to set your mind upright, man. So gird up the Lord's in your mind. You know what I'm saying? And then constantly endure, man. You got to have long suffering and patience in this thing, man. Patience is a virtue. So you got to be long suffering and be patient and diligent and stay meek as a child in this thing, man. And make not haste in the time of trouble. You know what I'm saying? Don't get all, oh, I don't know what I'm going to do. But Lord, why would you let this happen to me? I'm serving you. You know, you're not supposed to do that. Because he said, when you come to serve Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, prepare thy soul for temptation, because you're going to be tried, man. That's the whole point of this. I can't stress that enough. Okay, let me get a precept real quick and come back to this. Because you can't despise the chastisement of the Lord, man. Because he chastises them who he loves. So if you're going through temptation, whatever the temptation may be, man, you know what I'm saying? With your women, you know, with your children, you know, whatever it may be, man, in this world you can't find a job, or your job won't give you time to, you know what I'm saying, for you can go out there and do this work. The work still have to get done. You have to make time. You know what I'm saying? You should want to put this first anyway. Because that's how I am about this truth, man. Like if this job was getting away with me doing this word right now, you know what I'm saying, I would have to let the job go. That's just how I feel. But I ain't telling brothers, you know what I'm saying, making it a doctrine, telling brothers to just go out there and quit their job. Okay, let me get this precept. All right, this is Proverbs chapter 3. I'm going to start at verse 11. My son, despise not the chastising of the Lord, neither be weary of his correction. Con. So if the Lord is chastising you, man, you need to examine yourself, see what's going on. Make sure you lining up, man. You don't supposed to, you know what I'm saying, get hasty in time of trouble, man, and just start giving up. Start getting weary. Start getting double-minded and doubtful. Because all those are sins. Being doubtful, man, that's a sin, man. You don't supposed to have doubt all in your little heart, man. You don't supposed to do that. You supposed to be of good courage and faith. You supposed to stand for something. Because you are standing for Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, so you're supposed to endure hardness as a good soldier. Verse 12, for whom the Lord loveth, he correcteth, even as a father the son in whom he delighteth. Because he delight in you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. If you part of the 1/3, he's going to correct you, man, and you're going to know he's correcting you. And you're going to delight in that. Because you're not going to, you know what I'm saying, you're not going to despise the correction of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, because he will let you know that you're going off, man. And he will give you time to correct yourself and get right. Because this is the time to do that right now, man. This is the fight. To strive for perfection. For we can endure to the end and get that delicious kingdom that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua promised to those that love him, man. You know what I'm saying? Now is the time to get it right. Now is to do the same thing that Yahushua Mashiach left that example as. Okay, now let me get back to this book of Sirach. Okay. This is back at the book of Sirach, chapter 2, verse 3. Cleave unto him and depart away, that thou mightest be increased at thy last end. Cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mightest be increased at the last end. So cleave unto him all thy days, all thy days of thy life, man. Don't go a day without praying to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua and asking him for more diligence, asking him for more patience, asking him for more words to edify the Akim, man, asking him to give you more, because we need more, man. This is the time for us to rehearse the righteous acts, man. This is time for us to get right and to prove ourselves, because we do have to get out there and do what Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua commanded us to do, man. And that's getting out there on them highways and byways, preaching in season and out of season, without wavering, being tossed here to fro with every wind of doctrine. You know what I'm saying? Being taught what we was taught by the apostles and elders, starting from Apostle Tahar on down, because that is the order of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, like it or not, man. Okay, verse 4. Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully, and be patient when thou art changed to a low estate. And that's what you got to have, man. Just like I said, patience is a virtue. And the greatest example of that is Job, man. Because Job, you know what I'm saying? Job got everything taken away from him, man. His wife, his women left him. Then the demons, you know what I'm saying? Basically, the demons use his wife to even tempt him, to tell him to curse Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, that he may die. Because death is better than what he's going through, because he's losing all his riches and his cattle and things. But Job, he endured through the fire, man. He was tried in that fire of adversity, and he was pulled out, man. Just like that gold, that fine gold, that real good gold, man, that comes straight out of the fire and don't look like it's been touched. Just like Meshach, Shadrach, and Abednego, man, when they got tossed in the fiery furnace, man, and it was turned up 100-fold. Okay, this is verse 5. For gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable man in the furnace of adversity, and that's what we're going to be justified in this time by, man. Our faith, that's the biggest thing, man. That's the key. The faith, and showing our faith by our works, by getting out there, doing on them highways and byways, doing our sit-down videos, preparing for the battle when we go out there on them highways and byways, because that's what these sit-down videos is for, man. Apostle Tahar, man, and the other apostles, they ain't tell us nothing wrong, man. Just like if you was in the military or playing basketball or football or whatever it may be, you're going to do a scrimmage. If you're playing football or basketball, you're going to do a scrimmage before the game, and you're going to practice. Are you boxing, man? You're going to train before the fight. Or you go to war, man. If you're a soldier, you're going to go out there and do drills, man, run drills and do target practice. The same thing with these sit-down videos, man. It's very relevant. Okay, now let me get another precept, man, and I'm going to end it with that. I ain't want to go too long. I just want to make it short, man, and I hope it was edifying. Because I'm driving right now. All right, this is the book. All right, Shalaki. This is the book of Zechariah, chapter 13. I'm gonna start at verse 8. And it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith the Lord, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, and the third shall be left therein. So basically 2/3 of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man, are going to be cut off by slaughter, man. You're going to die on this side with your father, the devil, the so-called white man, because you believe in his philosophies, you believe in his Christianity, and all his form of everything, man. It don't matter what the so-called white man said, y'all would believe it. But when y'all hear the man out there, the poor man, which is the so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American, your own people, say what it is, man, you don't want to believe it. You don't want to hearken, because we're not rich. We're not out there in 2-piece suits. You know what I'm saying? We're not riding a Bugatti or a Mercedes. You know what I'm saying? We're not riding in a Jaguar. You know, and we don't have that 20 acre, that 40 acre and the mule. You know what I'm saying? And we don't take up tithes and offerings, and we don't pass out lunches. You know what I'm saying? The cardinal things of this world, man. Things of this world. You know what I'm saying? And the scriptures clearly tell us, don't labor for the bread that perish, labor for the bread that lasts forever, which is in the kingdom of heaven, man. It tells us to lay up our treasures in the kingdom of heaven where these can't break through, or your money won't rust, man. And wherever your heart is, you know, wherever your mind, you know what I'm saying? Basically, whatever your treasure is, your heart will be also. Just roughly paraphrasing the scripture in Matthew chapter 6, because that's what it is, man. Because 2/3 of our people are going to be cut off with the rest of these heathen nations that's outside of the so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American. And it's also a confusion of faces, because your bloodline goes back to the seed of your father, man. You know what I'm saying? Whatever your father is, that's what you are also. It don't matter what you look like, because the scriptures do speak of confusion of faces. So it's going to be a mixed multitude coming in. And they say the third shall be left therein. You know what I'm saying? That's the 100. That's the 1/3 women and children, and you got the 144,000 that's going to be called up, man. And there's going to be the tutorers and governors and the teachers in the kingdom to come, which is Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai's kingdom, man. Well, his people is going to rule, and the 2/3 that is cut off with the rest of the heathens and get burnt up with these nuclear missiles, the fire and brimstone that's coming over here to America, is going to be brought back in the 144,000 man loins. They're going to come back and through a woman again. They got to be born again. Okay, verse 9. And I will bring the third part through the fire, and will refine them as silver is refined, and will try them as gold is tried. They shall call on my name, and I will hear them. I will say, it is my people. And they shall say, the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, is my power. Khan, and that's what we're going to say, man. We're going to call upon his name. That's how you know the name is important, man. You have to know the name of Yahweh, who the world instantly calls God, Jehovah, and Allah. You got to know that name because that's in the ancient Hebrew, the Paleo Hebrew. Because that he is the power of the Hebrews, man. Yahweh Shah HaMashiach, who the world instantly calls Jesus Christ, was a Hebrew Israelite from the tribe of Judah. You know what I'm saying? Them Jewish rats over there, they the Khazars, man. You know what I'm saying? They swine. They exactly what they are, man. Liars. They the devil, deceivers. Because they are not our people, according to Revelations 2 and 9. And according to Jeremiah 2 and 14 and plenty more scriptures, man. They not matching the prophecies because Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua is the power of prophecy, man. So if you're not matching on what he said his people is going to look like and where they're going to be at, you know what I'm saying? You are not those people. And he said that this devil was going to deceive the whole world. And that's what the so-called white man has done, man. Deceive the whole world. To believe in the drinking into their cups of their philosophies. Of that great whore that's speaking of in America. Shalaki that's speaking of in the scriptures. Which is America. You know what I'm saying? This is that mystery whore Babylon. America, man, you see it with the homosexuality, man. The LBGP community. Because you know they let the child predators choose their preference now, man. This how you know this place is sick, man. They gotta go. And it's also in your schools, man. You gotta acknowledge that shit. This how you know this is Sodom and Gomorrah all over again. You know what I'm saying? It's Egypt all again because the slavery of the so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American, man, all the slavery. When they slaughtered all our people over here, man. When they used the baby as gator bait. When they cut the pregnant woman's stomach out and take the baby out they take the baby out and stomp on the head. You know what I'm saying? When they cut the man rod off, man. All types of things, all types of nasty and despicable things that this so-called white man has done to our people, man, to let you know that he is the devil, that he is our enemy. So with that being said, man, I hope this lesson was edifying. I want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, salutation to the Akim out there around the four corners of the earth, preaching this truth in sincerity. You know what I'm saying? In the few Aquafim, and also the children that believe, man, on Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. With that, shalom to the sincere.